Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and I have not given up my dream of making a zebra pour. So I have melted a plastic cup and toasted my thumb a little, very, very carefully to a point, and I am going to use ring pour method. Not that I think it really matters. I think you could just put black and white in there endlessly and it would come out cool, and I should actually be willing to prove that. I have some silver too. I thought about silver and gold, and if this works, maybe I'll do another one. But I'm hoping this is going to be kind of quick, the filling up part. And I'm also thinking that that is definitely more than enough paint. And I'm trying to make smaller layers, thinking that I might get more stripes. What I really want is stripes. Now I'm kind of switching out. I've got some Anita's black metallic, which is very gray, which will add a sort of a little bit of a difference. Now I tried to do a couple of these the other day, and I got some fabulous paintings, but they weren't zebra striped at all. So I'm still here doing this, and if I have paint left over, I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to be trying to do a traveling looping ring pour, and I'm going to put my paints out of my way. Hopefully I won't need those for a minute. I am going to put enough paint on the canvas around the edges, and even in the center. I didn't do the edges, did I? No, I did the center. Yeah, got my words confused. I'm going to put this over here for a second. I'm going to use my edge catcher. I'm in danger of making the same interesting experiment I just did recently, but I really want some experience with just how to put the puddles of paint on the canvas and have them encounter each other and make interesting things happen. I don't want to make an overabundance of pattern yet, because I really want to give myself the chance to fall in love with whatever I do as far as the zebra stuff goes, if it even happens. But this is a good start for me. And I'm staying somewhat in the center. Where's my straw? I just had it. I got one. I'm staying in the center because I want to be able to tip and have my my ring spread to the outside in the paint that's there. I'm just going to keep putting that. That is a bug. It's too cold out here for you. Dead now anyway. Oh well. I like the drips sometimes, but right now I don't want them. I do like the lacing. So as long as I don't get too much spit. In my straw, that'll probably make me happy. I'm going to go back to letting these colors encounter each other without coming off the canvas mostly. That will level out the paint somewhat where it's not, where I just blew into it with a straw. I find the stages of a process as interesting as the end result a lot of times. So that is why I do the experiments I do, and I love them. So it's time, oh boy, to give it a go. And I wasn't sure if this cup would work or not, but it is what it is for right now. And whatever it is, it's good enough. I'm going to take that paint off of my tile. OCD moment. I've got tremendous cells happening. I do use GAC 800 in all of my paint mixtures to keep the paint from cracking. If I want to stop right now, not that I do, and leave my paint heavy, I could. Got some great little leopard print cells happening. So if I flow all the paint to the edge catcher and allow it to pool, then I can also flow it either off the edge catcher completely. Well, I can take it off the edge catcher when I want to and put it right back in the artwork. Or I can let it roll down and flow it right back in. Looks a lot more like ring pours right now than anything. So I'm very tempted to continue my process. I just figure chances are good I will be pouring some paint away and letting it reintegrate into the painting. I like it when there's a solid color near the edge when I'm tilting, because that, even though it seems to disappear completely, it often will come back. Oh, I left myself a finger hold. So far I'm not really seeing much zebra, but got some nice agate going. I am going to have to put a fingerprint in the side of the canvas. Oh well. I am going to let this flow toward me until I get in danger of it flowing off the canvas. And then I'm going to... Oh, too late. Well, sort of too late. It's just running down the back. But whatever happens when I get to the other side is fine. Now, I kind of promised myself that if I wasn't super thrilled with just the black and white, that I would inject some color that I like. And that might be, where the white is, I might use some neon purple by Folk Art. We'll see. I've got some really nice purples. I'm going to let that flow down. Really got some nice purple metallics that I don't... Oh, that's all over my foot. Okay, that was because it was on the back. That's highly unusual. Now I can let that down again. I've got a lot of paint left and I don't have any inclination to use it right now. I am going to use some of my paint from my large bottle of reserve. I've got some space over here and I kind of don't mind that. I do want to take that paint off of the edge catcher now so I can use it again without thinking that it's going back in. So I'm going to grab my OXO omelet turning spatula, available on the Amazon link below, show more. And I'm going to try and show you how I do this without dumping it right back into the painting. I mean the edge catcher, not the spatula. So that gets the vast majority of that paint right off there. And paint will flow to paint, so there's no reason in my mind to waste it if you've got it, especially when it's black and white. I'm just going to wipe off my spatula so that I don't come back and find dry paint on it, because I keep a wet cloth next to me. Nice if it's a little less wet than that, a little more damp. I want to play with the straw again because I can. The name of my book on the Amazon link. Which reminds me, that's volume 1 and we're coming out with volume 2 for Christmas. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. My editor is working on the book as I work in the yard. So I want to take my skewer. I mean, I really don't have any rules. And just pull the paint, because black and white are catalysts for everything to sell, but they really work very, very nicely together too. This is another primary example of something I could use chain on. And since I'll still be tipping, probably nothing I'm doing over here on this side is going to stay for long, if at all. Unless I decide I love it, in which case I'll just stop tipping entirely, because that's why I use the GAC 800. I like those. They look organic. And I can lead the paint right back down into them. I can even lead tendrils out. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that is the flat end, the dull end of a bamboo skewer with paint accumulated on it, which makes a nice, an even more dull end, basically. Less chance of you hurting the artwork or yourself. I haven't stabbed myself too many times with a bamboo skewer, but it has happened. So don't doubt that. It could happen. Alright, so I've got some interesting stuff going on. It's not making me any less interested in injecting some color in there. And so I'm thinking of grabbing something from over here. Oh, I guess it's going in. It exploded. So I'm just going to start by using the skewer and letting that flow in there. And then I'm going to see what it does when I use the edge catcher. Because I'm not so far along. I've got 6 minutes left that I can't play a little bit. I am going to have to keep putting a fingerprint in the side of the canvas. I'm going to let all of that flow right over to that edge. And if I level my canvas out, then I change the trajectory of the paint. Yes. I'm going to rock my edge catcher when it gets there to allow some of the paint to seep down behind. It doesn't flow off or into my or down my arm, generally speaking. And this is a good time for me. Oh, I got some great cells happening. Good time for me to choose to again grab everything on my edge catcher and put it into the painting where I want. This is still going to go in my black and white series, even though I call it black and white. It's like with friends or something. I change the title on my playlist all the time. Which reminds me, if you're looking for my playlists, and there are quite a few of them, they work out by genre. You can go to my channel, Priscilla Batzell, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Priscilla Batzell. Boy, I'm having a hard time with words today. And find created playlists, and once you find created playlists, you can open the drop-down menu again and find created playlists, and you'll see genres. And you'll also find a list of numbered videos from 1 to 100 and from 101 to 200, etc. through 900s. So that's kind of cool. I like that, but I want a lot more of it, and I'm wondering if I can blow it around with my straw so I don't have to change so much of this. I could spatula swipe, and I may try. I think blowing just makes too much of it go away entirely. But it might be okay, and I haven't really tried a whole lot of that, and I'm not minding what I see there. What did I use the other day that I loved? The turquoise in combination would be kind of nice. I've got an iridescent from Art Minds left over. I don't know what that's going to look like. Kind of want to try it. That looks like Floetrol. I kind of don't mind that a little bit. Oh, that might go a long way. Might not wind up in black and whites after all. I have altogether too many abstracts saved up, but the truth is I'm an abstract expressionist, and I really love creating them. So I'm wondering if what can happen if I just lay a skewer in and make some texture there, and that's kind of cool. I like that. I'll be doing that again someday. Now I have to decide what else to do. And I think I want to combine. Yes, I gave up on the zebra stripes again. I did. I like making patterns with colors go in other directions than the directions that the pattern behind was already going in, because that just basically provides a lot more interest. I really want to have some red in there. Why do I want red in there? Because that's going to be so strange. Maybe not. Maybe it's good I changed my mind about that. I am looking for some. There's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some of this. I don't know if I want a lot of it. But since I'm definitely in skewer land, I can just play with things a little bit. And I recommend playing with things a little bit. Change your marks up. drag a few lines around, create something fun and funky. And make a cohesive composition, because as you add things and you notice where your eye is moving around inside, that could be cool. You know, I guess it's not going in the black and white unless I'm feeling more secure about that, because I'm really enjoying adding some of these subtle colors. And that's the Prussian blue, which often sells mixed with anything, and that just adds a little bit of drama that isn't black. I really like how the lacing happened when I blew into the, that wasn't Art Minds. That was an Art Minds pink iridescent. I am going to put a little bit of this right there, because I can. The name of my book on the Amazon link, Volume 1. The Amazon link is under Show More under the video, and has a list of art supplies on it that I use and want to use, and is well worth seeing just to give you some basic ideas about what you might want as you get started. I am having too much fun now with yet again another abstract artwork. Oh well, I was trying to break the habit and failed miserably. Oh well, never mind. So I can just do what's pretty, and that's enough. So how much more of this pink do I want in there? And that is a good question. I just want a little. But I do want to make either lines like this or cells like that. And my time went away, so I got to tell you guys all the stuff I usually tell you, which is I sell my artwork. I give classes at the house in Spring Hill. I have 5 Facebook pages. If you want to go shopping, you can go to Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More and find my Fine Art America and pixels.com, where I've been posting my artworks in a variety of forms since 2013. So even if you don't want to go shopping, it's still a fun place to go check out. If you're a student looking for a group of people who don't make any judgments, and you want to join us at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, that would be great to have you there. I think I want a little tiny bit more turquoise over here, and then I'm going to torch while I still have time. We torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint from shaking the paint and from mixing the paint with pouring medium. My recipe is underneath the video. It's Deco Art pouring medium and Floetrol half and half, mixed with the paint that's already been mixed with a percentage of GAC 800 by Golden, which is what I've told you before keeps my paint from cracking. I think it's definitely just time to torch, check my edges, and call this good, because I think it's gorgeous. And you can watch the cells forming right now as I warm the paint, because there's a catalytic reaction from the heat from the torch and the pouring medium. So I'm really pleased with this. I'm glad I let my artwork have its own way. If I see any canvas, I'm going to stick my finger in the hole like the little Dutch boy in the dike. That was a lot of fun to do. It might not happen for you immediately, but it might happen for you immediately. You might as well try it. I think I would if I were you. So what else should I tell you guys? Please share my videos if you want to help me out. And if you watch a video longer, you help me out every time. Of course, if you watch the commercials, that helps me and Google. And it used to help more than it helps now, but it helps to have you guys decide to do that. What else do I need? I need a thumbs up. Please, can I have a thumbs up? And I have Teespring clothing under the video, as well as the Fine Art America and pixels.com site, which is available by the Shop Now button that you can find on my Expressionist Art Studio Gallery page, too. So I love you guys. There's almost 85,000. It's like pulling teeth to get the last 500, but I'm sure sooner or later it will happen. If you're not getting notifications, please check that they're turned on, or check the help page on your YouTube channel, because there's like 16 different ways you can lose or regain your notifications if you're looking for them. My posts are usually on the community board on my channel and my Facebook page for the group for Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation for the next day's videos the night before. Kind of late, and they posted about 6:30 a.m. in the morning every morning. I love you guys. Thanks for all the contributions that have kept me going, and donate $10 to the studio to get into the monthly drawing. You'll find the prizes on the exhibition video at the end of every video. on the end screens in the last 20 seconds. So that was cool, and I'm